Hello and welcome to a lecture series on monetary economics. In the previous class I have taught you functions of money. Today I have kinds of money for you. So let us look at what are the different kinds of money existing in India. So at present in the Indian economy, money consists of coins, currency and deposit money. So let us look at each of them in greater details. So kinds of money are coins, currency and deposit money. Let us now look into what coins particularly means. Coin is a form of metallic money. So I hope you have seen that now they started issuing coins in steel. Earlier it was in aluminium and some other metals as well. Yeah, so that is one form, coins or metallic money. They are not full bodied but only token money because the metallic value of the coin is less than the face value of it. For example, a 2 rupee coin, the amount of steel which I am using to make a 2 rupee coin is, let us say, of 50 paisa. I mean the value of that metal is 50 paisa, but the face value of it, the face value is 2 rupees, so it is more actually, yeah, as compared to the metallic value of that particular coin. So this is what coin particularly means. I hope this is pretty much clear. Let us now move to currency, which is an important aspect of kind of money. So now currency is merely a piece of paper and it does not have any intrinsic value of its own. It doesn't have an intrinsic value, like the coins at least had the value of steel. In case of currency, the paper doesn't have any value per se. Yeah. Now an important point to note here is issuing authority does not stand to buy them back against gold, silver or full bodied coins of equal value. Now whenever there is a currency in there is a paper currency, the issuing authority, for example the Reserve Bank of India, will not give you any guarantee or does not stand to buy it back and give gold or silver or full bodied coins of equal amount or value to you. Yeah, so that is again important thing. Now notes can simply be converted. Now what can happen, this was earlier very true, yeah, this was true earlier, but now it is not true. Now what is happening is, now the notes can simply be converted into notes or token coins of equal value, yeah, or token coins of equal value. What the issuing authority can do, it can give you notes of, yeah, of different denominations which will amount to the same value of note which you are presenting to them, or they can give you coins. So now the issuing authority does not back it with the help of golds or silver coins. Yeah, so that is again important thing. Now there's a major thing which you should understand here as far as currency and coins are concerned. They are called as legal tender or fiat money. Fiat particularly means the order of the government. Yeah, so these the coins as well as the currency are legal tender. For example, if at all I want to settle a transaction and I am giving the other person the money in terms of either currency or in terms of coin, he or she cannot reject it because that money is a legal tender. That money is backed by the order of the government. So therefore currencies and coins are called as fiat money or legal tender, and fiat means by the order of the government. So I hope the two are pretty much clear. Let us now move to the third important aspect, deposit money. Now deposit money is also non-legal tender. Why it is non-legal tender? Because I can refuse that. Now first let us understand what deposit money is and then look at whether I can refuse that or not. Yeah, so deposit money, like it is not like currency, coins that can be passed from one hand to another hand. Yeah, it is not like passing a piece of note or coins to another person. Deposits are what? They are only entries in the ledger. Ledger particularly means it's a kind of notepad or notebook of the banks. Yeah, it is on the computer. That is merely an entry that is happening in the bank against my name. For example, I have some deposited a certain amount with the bank. So what will happen is that will reflect only in the ledger of the bank. Yeah, so now let us look at the third important aspect of deposit money. We are treating only demand deposits here. Yeah, we are only talking about demand deposits. There are two different types of deposits. One is called as the time deposits and the other is called as the demand deposits. So we are only talking about demand deposits. Why I can reject the deposit money is, for example, I am issuing a check again for settling a transaction. Now the persons involved in the transaction can reject taking my check. He can ask for legal tender. So therefore the deposit money is non-legal tender. Yeah, I can draw a check and give to him. That check is obviously against the deposits which are reflected in the ledger of the bank. Yeah, and I can give that check, but that person who is going to settle that transaction, yeah, that person can reject the deposit money. That is why it is called as non-legal tender. But if at all I am trying to give him in terms of currency or coins, he cannot do that, because they are called as legal tenders and they are backed by the order of the government. That is why they are called as legal tenders. So I hope the aspect of kinds of money is pretty much clear. They are coins, currency and deposit monies. Yeah, so please stay tuned. I'll be making more videos. Thank you so much.